Yeah, I think I watched a lot of Manu Ginobili, Luka, Jalen Brunson, Drew Holiday, DiVincenzo. All guys that are not as athletic as people make it out to be, but still are successful, have high IQ, and help their team win.
Hey, Pod. I'm Pod. Is it cool if I call you Pod?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, it works. Well, I've heard everyone say it online, so I just wanted to make sure if anyone's actually impressed.
Even I was alive in 2002. Now I feel fucking old.
Yeah.
I was born, we're 99, man. So, hey, I was literally talking to him, and I said, and you said you watched DiVincenzo. You know, DiVincenzo's someone that I thought DiVincenzo, Josh Hart. So, I mean, you average 18 and 9. How does that mentality go about, you're not the biggest guy on the floor, but, you're poking balls up in the air, getting second chances to go touch them. What's the thought process behind getting on the balls all the time?
So I think my rebounding comes from when I started playing in 8th grade. My dad was always like, whoever gets the most rebounds, I'll pay $10 to. And I was like, well, I want some money, so how can I do this? And it's not just like knowing, but it's also understanding how the ball is going to bounce off the rim. And I think, prime example, this past game I just played, Oscar Tshiebwe, one of the best rebounders in college basketball, just seeing him do his thing. I think that's where it stems from. But then just showing people that, I'm more than just a shooter. I think I'm a hooper that can shoot, not a shooter that can hoop. But yeah, I think it's just the toughness, the competitiveness in me.
I'm glad you said that. When I read Dennis Rodman, one of Dennis Rodman's biographies, he was saying just used to shoot the ball just to learn how every weight would bounce off the rim, so he could know how the arc was going to go. So I love that he said that. What is one of your biggest? What would you attribute to your biggest growth this year, mentally, physically? What?
Yeah, I think it's opportunity and your coach having confidence in you. I think those two things are super imperative when it comes to being successful at the college level. Opportunity and the coach believing in you. And I'm always a guy that's going to be in the gym, so my work ethic is never a question. But it just comes with that as an opportunity, and you feeling like, okay, no matter what I do, coach has got my back, and I don't have to always look over my shoulder. And I think those two things have attributed to me being successful.
And what do you believe is a skill that's been overlooked or underrated that's now starting to be noticed?
Yeah, my playmaking ability for sure. I think a lot of guys, even coming in like on these boards and stuff, I'm looking, they're like a shooting guard, but I think I'm a point guard. And I think people undervalue my playmaking skills and value me just as more of a catch-and-shoot guy, which I think I'm way more.
And are you more comfortable with the rock in your hands?
Yeah, for sure.
Than off ball?
Yeah.
Is it tough in an environment like this to play make and build chemistry on the fly?
Nah, I think that's what kind of makes me who I am as a point guard. I think just going into it, if you know basketball, it's pretty easy to blend with teammates that are high IQ as well. But I think the more challenging for me, honestly, was playing off the ball today more. And I played off the ball more today than I did yesterday. And it was a little challenging just playing with guys you don't really familiar with the ball.
Brandin, when you look at your game, maybe compared to whether it's a certain skill set that you have or overall, when you look at guys in the league, who do you feel like you can relate to?
Yeah, Manu Ginobili, Luka, DiVincenzo, Jalen Brunson. I think those four. Take little bits and pieces of them. All guys that are athletic, but people criticize them for their athleticism maybe, but are still super high IQ and figure out ways to make the team better.
That's a wide range. When you look at coming in out of your school, do you feel like you almost have like a chip on your shoulder?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, being a white guy in the NBA, I mean, there's no secret that you're a minority, right? And
I wish I felt that.
you make it harder. It's harder for you just because teams target you on defense, especially. And you got to have that confidence and that swagger and toughness about you to be successful and be in the league for a long time.
What's your background? I know you're white, but what's your background?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just coming from a white collar family. My parents, all three of them, have.
Oh no, I meant like I'm Italian. Like you're
okay.
Polish.
Yeah, I'm Polish. Polish.
Soon with the last name.
Yeah, Polish for sure.
That definitely would be unique. I don't think there's a lot of Polish guys that die. Like taller dudes that be like 7'5".
Yeah, I mean, you got Marcin Gorczak. You had, Jeremy Shohan has reached out to me just about playing for the Polish national team. But yeah, I mean, there's not many guards that have the Polish background, I would say.
I know you kind of touched on it a little bit with him, but most underrated. Is there a part of your game you feel is either underrated or something that's a characterization of your game that you're trying to disprove?
Yeah, I think some that people don't realize is how good of a playmaker I am. It would make everybody play in this just to show the best guys can play. But I think I did my thing, and I think Jalen's a great example last year doing his thing, and I think I can do the similar thing.
Yeah. You guys, your teammates, what sort of advice did he give you?
Yeah, so he's been really good. Any questions, concerns, nervousness I've had, just turn to him, and he's been great about it. The biggest thing was just like show gyms and executives like what you can do besides shoot and score, because they already know that.
Right.
And they look at way more than that, how good of a teammate you are, how you are on the bench, how you look when you come out. So just all that kind of stuff going into it, knowing instead of having to learn it on the fly, which has been super beneficial for me.
And then who have you met